Hello everybody and welcome to the freshest and finest football club TV in the land. It's the KCCFC TV show, Rebirth, Reborn, top class content. Now listen, if you're looking for how to spend 45 minutes of your precious time on a weekend, look no further than KCCFC TV show, because on every Sunday 9:30 to 10:15 p.m. we'll be having everything, the latest from KCCFC, the latest updates, the latest news, the breaking news from the football club, name it, the player profiles, and so much. Guys, it's going to be a plethora on the show. It's a new season because it's season 4, episode 1 of the KCCFC TV show. My name is Magero Moses Mwanje. You and I are definitely walking this journey together. Now, to start it off with everything happening down at KCCFC, we'll start off with the stadium update. That is the stadium construction that is ongoing. Remember, we're in phase 1 of the stadium construction, and that is for the VIP wing. That is the wing just adjacent to Forest Mall. And I'll tell you that we are getting to the second floor, that is of the phased works on that wing, and everything is happening according to plan. I'll tell you that the plan is, as for next year, probably towards the end of 2023, that wing should be completed and should be ready for use. Just like you can look at those pictures that are running on the screen that my producer is showing you. So that is everything that is to do with the stadium construction down at the MTN Omondi Stadium. And I'll tell you that just like the club patron has always been saying, we are very intent on making sure that KCCFC's home is top class and is just like what you call a state-of-the-art stadium. So that's basically what's happening down at the MTN Omondi Stadium. Still talking about the HDL Gogo, or the week in recap. This week, the recent week that we just got done with, we had a player in Ashraf Mugume who was awarded the 22-bet Player of the Month of October. Now remember, Ashraf Mugume scored 2 goals in that game against Wakiso Giants, the opener of the Star Times Uganda Premier League. He came on as a substitute and he scored a brace in that game. He also went on to play all the other games in the month of October. So according to the votes and the polls, Ashraf Mugume was voted the 22-bet Player of the Month. Also, we had players that were voted Man of the Match, still for 22-bet players, in Alan Okello, who was the Player of the Match that KCCFC played against Blacks Power, that game ending 4-1 in favor of KCCA Football Club. That game was at the MTN Omondi Stadium. Remember, Alan Okello scored a brace in that game and also had an assist for one of the goals that was scored by Rogers Mato on the day. Still a player that got the gong for the 22-bet Player of the Match. That is Senoga Kagawa Muhammad, the Player of the Match for that game that we recently played against UPDF at Bombo Military Barracks. Remember, Kagawa was playing in an unfamiliar position. He was playing as a right back, a roving right back or right wing back, and he got a goal in the 11th minute. That is opening his account for KCCFC. That is his new home. The player just signed recently from Toro United, and he was the player of the 22-bet Player of the Match. That is against UPDF Football Club. Still about HDL Gogo and the week in recap. We have got 3 players for KCCFC that are down in Sudan and represented the football club together with the nation that is in the Sekafa Under-20 Championships. Remember, Uganda played Sudan in the finals. That was on Friday, but we had 2 players that are active with KCCFC. That is Faisal Wabiona, and also a player in Haruna Lukwago. These players recently joined KCCFC in the recent transfer window. They have been part and parcel of that team. We also have a player that is still a KCCFC player, but is on loan to CD Leganés in Spain. That is Juma Ibrahim, also part and parcel of that team. These guys have qualified for the AFCON Under-20 Championships, and that will be in Egypt in 2023. Remember, the team has been coached by also a legend of KCCFC, and that is Mr. Jackson Mayanja. So KCCFC being represented on all fronts at the football club and also at the nation and the international scene at large. So wish all the best to all these guys that are going to be representing the football club in and also the nation in the AFCON Under-20 Championships, and that will be in Egypt in 2023. Also, the previous week, we celebrated the birthday of one of the footballers, Haruna Lukwago, who recently turned 18. Haruna Lukwago joined KCCFC from Bale Heroes. This player has also been part of that team, like I told you, the under-20 team in Sudan that has qualified for the AFCON under-20 championship. So here on KCCFC TV, once again, wish you a very happy birthday, and may the added year come with a lot of blessings. You've already got the blessings because, I mean, you're going to be playing in the AFCON under-20 finals in Egypt in 2023. That's all about the Echiri El Gogo this week. Now, guys, remember last Sunday when we were doing the launch or the rebirth of KCCFC TV, we told you we'll have top-class content, things that the normal eye or every person that really comes down to the MTN Omondi Stadium does not get to see. Now, I'll tell you that we'll have something called the special feature on the KCCFC TV show, and we're intent on this. And I'll tell you that when KCCFC played Vipers in October, that game happening at the MTN Omondi Stadium, our camera crew had unlimited access that allowed them to cover some of the scenes or behind the scenes that you never get to see. There was so much that happened. This was, I'll tell you, this is, should I say, the biggest game of football currently in Uganda. KCCFC Vipers, I will tell you, these are the best teams when you get to look at the game of football exhibited. Now we got everything. I don't want to speak so much about the video. I'll let you look at what everything the camera crew had to record on the day. So in case you missed it, which I'm sure most of you did, this is what exactly happened behind the scenes when KCCFC hosted Vipers at the MTN Omondi Stadium. Have a look. Now, welcome back from that break. You're still watching the KCCFC TV show live on NBS Sport, a channel that is championing Ugandan sport. We told you that when we were launching the KCCFC TV show last Sunday, we told you we'll have top-class content, things that you never get to see. Now, this time around, we get to have the FUFA Juniors League represented on the show in what we call the Soccer Academy Watch. So, just to give you the background of all this, we all know that most of the football players at KCCFC have gone through the KCCFC junior team. I'll name players like Alan Okello, Julius Poloto, Herbert Achai, Peter Magambo, Alan Mwirusi, name it. Very many players have been through the junior team of KCCFC. And when you look at the players that we have exported over the years to different clubs in Europe and also many parts of the world, look at players like Chiza Mustafa, look at players like Sadata Nako playing in Dundee United in Scotland, very many players. Now, for this week's Soccer Academy Watch, we talked to some of the current players of the KCCFC Soccer Academy, plus the head coach, Richard Malinga, who's also a former player of KCCFC, on what the return of the FUFA Juniors League means to KCCFC and also the players. How are they ready for this season? Remember, KCCFC has never won the FUFA Juniors League, despite reaching the finals on 3 occasions. Now, we asked the coach what the plan is this season, and also how he feels that the FUFA Juniors League is back.
Nera abana mubalabye nti tututa abaana bangi ebweru ng'Okero, tutute Kiza Mustafa, Anaku, twatuteyo ne Elvis, baana bangi nti wano tuli mu ssomero tulina okubatendeka ekyo kye balina okukola. Era tuli basanyufu nnyo nti FUFA yazizza liigi y'abaana abato nti lwakuba faawo kati bwe tulabikira mulimu gwaffe awo guba gulabise. Neera bangi abaana neera mulabye tugenze mu Kambiaso neera mukirabye nti kati tutandise buli twadde mu kutegeka nnyo tutegeka tulabe nga ttiimu ebeera y'amaanyi naye n'okuwangula kati tujja kuwangula lwakubanga ebintu kati tubitegedde nnyo tuli ba master b'ebintu bino by'abaana abato naye tuli basanyufu nti KCCA tuwadde support okubanga tusobola okujjayo emiti emito ate emiti emito gemaanyi gaffe.
As we young players, we are given a very big opportunity to be seen, where some games are going to be shown on TVs. This is really a big opportunity for us, the young players. I would like to thank KCC for this opportunity, as me, Alex, because I've gone far because of KCC. We're looking forward to have our second win after winning our first match against Prosper at home, and promising all our fans and the club as well that we're going to win this trophy, and we shall work hard to see that we really achieve the best.
I'm so excited that the Junior League is back. Some of our games are going to be live on TV, and it will help us to achieve our goals. Some of us, it's our first time to play the Junior League. We are more excited.
I thank God because I got an opportunity to train with a senior team that's helped me to gain my confidence and to know more how to defend, because I'm a defender, and other things.
Well, guys, you've heard it from the head coach and some of the players from the KCCFC Soccer Academy, Richard Malinga, coming out to say that they are very happy that the Soccer Academy is now active, and also has hinted on different players that have been through the system, the ranks, and also been promoted to the KCCFC senior team. And he's quite happy, plus the players. That player that you saw right there, Alex Yiga, just to give you some facts about him, he was representing Uganda in the under-17 Sekafa recently. That was in Ethiopia, where Uganda did not manage to qualify for the AFCON under-17 finals, but he was one of the players that represented Uganda. That is Alex Yiga, scored also on in the first match KCCFC Soccer Academy played against Prosper Academy. So guys, that's about the Soccer Academy watch this week, and we'll be back next week still with the youngsters giving their views on what they feel about playing football once again. Remember, they have not played football for 2.5 years since the COVID pandemic.
Enjoy the soft life like a boss. Contact Mpata Nail Company Limited today to get you a car of your choice at competitive prices. Visit our office at Future Group opposite MTAC or Plot 15, Vuya Birenge Board, Stretch and Tinda, or call 0200 902 026 now. Mpata Nail Company Limited, growing a customer's trust when it comes to car importation.
Now, welcome back from that break. You're still watching the KCCFC TV show on NBS Sport, a channel that is championing Ugandan sport. Now, for this week's games and the upcoming fixtures that we're going to be having, definitely on Sanyuka Prime, still a sister station to NBS Sport. We'll first take you back on what happened in the week when KCCFC played game week 6. And game week 7, I'll tell you, and that was match day 6. We were playing UPDF Football Club at Bombo Military Barracks. Remember, KCCFC was going into this one. They had not won a game away or on the road. KCCFC had played Maroons and lost 1-0. That was in Luzira Prisons. KCCFC had also played Arua Hill. That was in Arua, and lost the game 3-1. So we were looking for that first win. That is for the football club. The message was clear. Go out there and win at all costs and win. So Mole Bekwas set out a very competitive team. Definitely some changes in that one. Moses Weiss was getting back in the starting lineup, replacing Usama Arafat, who did not start because he had started the previous game against Blacks Power. And also Brian Majwega, who missed the game against UPDF because of illness. And the player in Rogers Atube was handed his debut for KCCFC. That game happening at Bombo Military Barracks, like we said, you can look at those pictures that are running on the screen. And a player in Senoga, Kagawa Muhammad, scoring his first goal for KCCFC in the 11th minute. After a rebound, he had a shot with the left foot, and then the ball bounces off a player, and he strikes that with his right foot and scores a very fantastic goal in the 11th minute. The game was mixed with so much because we had a player that was sent off in Dennis Eguma early in the second half. KCCFC going down to 10 men early in the second half. But like fate would have it, also a player in UPDF Football Club in Magandazi was also sent off for, just similar fouls, just like what Dennis Eguma had done. So the game ending 1-0 in favor of KCCFC, but both teams finishing the game a manless. And KCCFC picking its first win away or on the road, a very fantastic one. Obviously, we caught up with the manager after this game, that is Mr. Molevie Kwaso, talking about that game and also talking about the game that KCCFC is going to play next week on Sunday, 19th November, against URA Football Club. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the manager, Molevie Kwaso, giving his take.
Previously, the games we played, I told you that sometimes you can play well and you lose the game. But we had to rectify a few things in our defensive department to see that we don't give away much spaces during the play. So we came knowing that the most dangerous teams are these lower teams. They are very, very dangerous because they plan two things. They plan the defensive transition and the attacking transition. But sometimes big teams will come knowing that it will be easy, and we depend so much on attacking transition. Sometimes we get it wrong and we are punished. But this time we came knowing that it will be hard. We need to do more in defensive and we need to do more in attacking. The bad thing, we failed to convert the chances we got in the names of Mato, but I think the boys really did their best.
Well, guys, that's the manager of KCCFC, Mr. Molevie Kwaso, talking about that it was very important his team picked that win away on the road, and it will give them momentum going into that game against URA Football Club next week on Saturday, 19th November at the MTN Omondi Stadium. A big game, I should say that one, because you have some players like Nunda Jackson, you have players like Derek Nsibambi, who are in URA Football Club that have previously played for KCCFC, and also have a player in Daniel Isiagi in KCCFC who has previously played for URA Football Club. But, well, just to get you more of the numbers ahead of this one, KCCFC and URA Football Club have played in the last 24 games. KCCFC have won 7, while URA Football Club have won 11. So URA have the nod going into this one. Both clubs have shared spoils 6 times. Definitely KCCFC losing 11 and URA winning, losing 7 games. Well, goals for both teams have scored 31 goals in the recent 24, or in the last 24 games they have played against each other. Well, it's the same, the goals that they have conceded. Points for each club, KCCFC having 27 points from the last 24 games, and then URA Football Club having 39 points from the last 24 games against KCCFC. Well, guys, you can see that URA have a slight edge over KCCFC according to the numbers, but I'll tell you, KCCFC is yet to lose a game at home this season. So please, the tax collectors, as you collect taxes next week on Saturday, come knowing that. So we caught up with the players in Osama Arafat and the assistant captain of KCCFC, Julius Poloto, ahead of this one to give their take, what their expectations are. And also, it's a big game. What do they expect on that day? Have a look.
URA is a big team, but has not been doing so well in regards to their performance previously, just like us. But we are up and we have to get back to the winning route. So we have about a week for preparing ourselves to get better. We have not so far performed poorly at home, so we have to up ourselves as players to get back to this and win this game.
They are coming at our home, and we have played for far 3 games at our home ground, and we have won all. So that gives us confidence. And URA in the past seasons, it has not been easy playing against URA. And we know it's a big match. URA is a good team. We respect them. And big matches don't need so much motivation from outside or anywhere. So just that match, that KCCA URA is just motivation. So because it's a big match, it gives you motivation as a player, push yourself and play well. So everyone is looking at it as a big game, and the fact that we've played 3 games at home and we've won all, it gives us confidence. So we want to keep the good run and we want to keep the momentum of winning and winning and winning.
Well, guys, we've heard it from Osama Arafat and Julius Poloto, an assistant captain at KCCA. And they say that, I mean, this is a big game. Some games like this, you don't even need to hear so much from your coaches. That is Julius Poloto saying, this game, you just have to motivate yourself. Go out there on the day, show up, and win. Because that's all the fans want. That's all the stakeholders want. And win. And well, that's it from the players. And it's a wrap from us this week. That was episode 1, season 1 of the KCCA TV show. Like I said, we're going to have fresh content, guys, on this show. You've already seen the Kids Zone. I mean, the parents and the kids out there, that is yours. You'll be able to, please encourage your kid to participate in the Kids Zone. You've seen the KCCA Soccer Academy. Watch and so much. For the fans, we have something special next week because I don't want to reveal so much. Next week will be all about the fans, plus the recap of everything that will happen during the week. Like I said, season 1, episode 1 ends here. My name is Magero Moses Mwanje. Have a good night.